Video is scary. Whether we like it or not, we're constantly being judged for the way we look, the way we sound, the way we act, the way we speak, and video amplifies that to the whole entire world. It opens us up for criticism, it magnifies our flaws. Video is bloody scary. However, video is the most powerful form of communication to attract, convince, and convert our audiences into paying customers. If you are not using video right now to market your business, you are putting yourself at a huge competitive disadvantage. Now, I couldn't stand here and ask you all to put yourself under criticism without doing it myself. So this is my first ever video. I was so scared to get on camera that I copped out and I did a screen recording tutorial showing you how to grow an audience on Twitter. The audio sounds like I recorded it on a potato. It was really, really bad. It was really muffled like this. It was really bad, but you know what? I did it and I posted it. I eventually plucked up the courage to get in front of the camera, and I thought I'd try and make a really good impression by looking as scruffy as possible. I also edited flashing stop signs onto the video to attract people's attention because it was a great strategy to use, as you can see. But you know what? I kept creating videos. Was I criticised? Yes. Some of my biggest critics are my friends. They created parody videos of me and posted them on social media. I faced a lot of criticism. But you know what I thought? Sod them. And I carried on creating videos. And every video that I created, the quality got better and better. Eventually, Lloyd, give us a wave, Lloyd, came on board as co-founder, and he actually knows what he's doing with video. So we now produce more professional video content. But the first 50 or so videos were filmed with my smartphone, and they weren't great. But I did it. Fast forward 4.5 years down the line, we've now worked with some of the biggest brands in the world on some amazing, amazing projects. We're currently a team of 3, so still pretty small. But we're building a new office, which is 10 times the size, and we're going to go on a big hiring spree, and I can't wait to grow our business and our team even further. And a big part of that has been down to video. And if I look back at our video journey, there was one massive aha moment. I want to share that with you now. I'm hoping this can help you. So that aha moment was when we realized that we needed to have a strategy around our video content. One thing that we started with was creating educational video content. This is how we got our foot in the door. Whenever we had success with a strategy to do with social media, video, Facebook ads, we got on video and we taught our audience how to do that. We gave everything away, and that attracted our audience. It helped us gain a decent-sized following, and we had a lot of awareness. But what we weren't doing was converting that audience into paying customers. We had a gap in our marketing content strategy. That's when this lovely model came in. This is a super basic but amazingly powerful marketing funnel model. So this is a traditional marketing funnel, and what this represents is the journey our customers go on from not knowing who we are, to having a problem, to realizing we can solve that problem, to identifying us as a supplier, and eventually becoming a customer and purchasing a product. And the idea around this model is that we map our marketing communications to guide our audience through this journey and convert them into a customer. So we were really great at creating this awareness-based content, lots of educational tips, answering everyone's questions, but we weren't doing anything to show them that we were the right company for them, and we definitely weren't doing anything to nudge them to make that final purchasing decision. But that changed, and you'll see in a second why. So here are some examples of the types of awareness-based content you can create to attract your audience's attention. And this is what we were originally really good at. So we created lots of educational content. So for example, when I got verified on Twitter, I instantly jumped on video and told my audience a 5 or 10-step process that they can use to get verified. We share lots of insightful content. So when there's industry updates with social media, this is Lloyd and I, we created kind of a parody news show where we shared those insights for our audience. We do storytelling content, we create vlogs to show behind the scenes what's going on. We create culturally relevant content. So our target market are business owners, marketers, and we create content which is relevant to them. For example, we created a piece of content, a video, which was how not to act at a networking event. And we basically played on all the funny scenarios you kind of see when you act at a networking event. There's loads of cool examples here. Insightful stuff, we do interviews. This was an interview I did with the global head of social at CNN in Prague. Again, this wasn't planned. We just took advantage of that situation, and I DM'd her because I knew she was speaking there, and I said, hey, can we interview you? We didn't have loads of fancy equipment, and we filmed an interview. Okay, and all of these kind of types of content attract our audience. And so the next stage, as we're at a Janet Murray event, what I thought I'd do is I'd do a bit of research on Janet to see what she's doing, to see how her content fits into this funnel. And do you know what I found? She is the queen of consideration. She creates loads of great content at each of these stages, but when it comes to consideration-based content, she is the queen. She creates lots of content which is aimed at people who know who she is and have been attracted to her, but guides them through that next stage to making a purchase. For example, she shows the great work she does. She has a show reel on her website for her speaking, so she can show people how good she is on stage. She's got some great testimonial videos from some really credible people like Chris Ducker, Marcus Sheridan. She does like an Ask Me Anything. So people who are thinking about working with her can ask all those burning questions to decide that she's the right person to go with. She shows the great results she produces for her current customers, like her sales challenge. Was anyone involved in that sales challenge? Yeah, so she helped her customers build some great results. She shares teasers of insight. This is a lovely screenshot of Janet, I thought I'd add. She shares teasers from inside the membership group to show people what it's all about. She creates some great consideration content. And the whole idea of this type of content is to help your audience make an educated decision that you are the best option to go with. Okay? Here's some more examples of how we use this. So we've done an FAQ answering all of the questions that someone may have who's considering working with us. How much does it cost to work with us? What's the process they go under when they're going to work with us? Do they need to sign a contract? What results can they expect? One of the easiest ways to come up with this type of video content is to think of the top 20 questions people may have if they're considering working with you. Okay? What are those 20 questions? You can answer all of those in 1-minute videos. We also show the great work we do. This is a campaign we recently did with Eurotunnel. When it went live, we went to the event. It was shown at the Ski and Snowboard Telegraph event in London. We showed a video of that, filmed with my phone, no fancy equipment. We showed that in London. Credibility. So you need to think about what credible things could you share with your audience to show that you know what you're talking about. So for example, for us, last week I was training in Dubai, training some marketing experts from some great companies like FIFA, Nestle, and we spoke about that. And this isn't about boasting about how great you are, it's just showing your audience the great work you're doing and showing how credible you are. And we've done a storytelling video to show our progress. You can show the journey you've been on. Like Janet said, sharing that journey is really important. When it comes to purchase, this is where you need to think about the people that are ready to buy. You've given them the information they need. They're now ready to buy. This content doesn't just have to be video. This can be based around anywhere where your customers will make that purchase decision or that first point to contact you. For example, on our website, we have a clear call to action across the whole website which is start a conversation. We want people to start a conversation with us, so we make that call to action clear across the website. We make it easy for people who are ready to buy to actually buy. Janet, again, does a great job of this. This, for example, is a video of her talking through her media diary launch. She talked about all the benefits of her media diary, and she gave a clear call to action asking you to buy it. Okay? Another thing that not many people do is optimizing their Google My Business page. So this isn't specifically video, but who has a Google My Business page? Okay. this is free to do. If you haven't got a Google My Business page, you should sign up. It's basically a page where it's linked to Google Maps, and it's your business, and it has your contact information, you can upload photos, and it's one of the first things that pops up when people search for your business. So if you optimize this with the correct contact information, also with images which reinforce your credibility, then it's making it easier for people to make that final purchase decision. So for example, some of the first videos we share, the first images attached to our Google My Business profile are images of me speaking on big stages, because subconsciously it's reinforcing that credibility, telling them that we are the right supplier for them. And ensuring you have a clear, concise call to action. When people are ready to buy, they don't want any fluff, they just want to know, how do I contact you? What's the easiest way to do that? And here's a great example from Xero. One action all of you in the room should do after today is to audit your current video content. Look at every piece of content you're producing and think about, where does it fit in the funnel, okay? And when you do that activity, you'll realize where the gaps are. Like us, we were producing lots of awareness-based content, but not much consideration or purchase to help people make that purchasing decision. Now, I'm going to get you to actually do something now, and I'm going to get you to plan and shoot a video. Who's up for it? Come on, who's up for it? Yeah! Good. I'm going to share what was that? I missed that. I'm going to share a 4-step process, okay? And you're going to do the first 2 steps right now. So, step 1, planning your video. This is really simple. These 8 steps are how you're going to plan that video. 1, where does this video fit in the funnel? Is it an awareness piece of content? Is it a consideration piece? Or is it a purchase piece of content? Decide where that fits in the funnel. Number 2, the topic of that video. What is this video going to be about? For example, is it an awareness piece of content that's educational? The 3 best apps you can use to save you time with your accounting or whatever related to your industry. Is it a consideration-based content? The 3 most common questions that someone has when considering working with us. You know, think about what that topic is. Then plan the intro. You have 3 to 5 seconds to capture your audience's attention and communicate the value they're going to get from that video. So, hi, it's Dan from KBS Digital Marketing. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 best apps to help you achieve X. Okay? You've got a short space of time, communicate that value in that intro. Share point 1, point 2, point 3. Be super concise. Then an outro. This is where you can have your call to action. And the call to action needs to be tailored to where that piece of content is in the funnel. For example, an awareness piece of content, which is going to a new person, a cold audience, your call to action doesn't want to be, buy my products and services. It may be a softer call to action, like, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Tag one of your friends in the comments. Subscribe if you want more. If it's a purchase piece of content, the call to action and the outro is going to be way more hard, like, buy my stuff now, sign up now, click this link now. And then you need to practice. I want you to actually say what you've planned out loud, no matter how weird you feel, okay? No one's going to judge you in this room. I want you to say it out loud and practice that video. It needs to be under a minute. And when you're shooting, a couple of tips when you're shooting. Lighting, make sure the light is facing onto you. One of the best tips, guys, stand by the window, you look amazing. Like, face the phone onto you, and the lighting from a window is great. Make sure the audio is good. Make sure there's not any loud noises in the background. You can do a test on your phone to check the audio. Framing, make sure your head isn't chopped off. Make sure you're evenly set in the camera. Background, make sure there's nothing kind of distracting anyone in the background. Don't shake your hand loads if you're filming, because it needs to be a steady shot. And the video needs to be under 60 seconds. We're on a tight schedule here, so are you ready to do this? I'm going to give you a few minutes to plan and shoot your video. Go! Okay. Did you produce some amazing videos? Good. Right, guys. Well done. Round of applause for everyone. Woo! So don't forget, Janet's prompted me, you can post these videos on Twitter with the hashtag 2019sorted. Is that right? Good. So get them posting. Okay, the final part. So, you've planned and produced your video, your amazing piece of video content. The next thing you need to do is edit it if you want to. They don't have to be edited, but there's some really great apps for your smartphone to help you edit that video. This is a bit more advanced, so you may not want to edit it. If you do, there's an app called InShot, which is brilliant, a mobile video editing app. There's also an app called Apple Clips, which automatically adds subtitles to your videos, because having subtitles in your videos is so important, guys. 85% of people watch video without subtitles on Facebook, so you don't want to lose that audience. Rev is another great app, another great website that adds subtitles to your videos. They charge $1 a minute. You send them the video, they create the subtitles for you. So it's a really great app as well. Finally, once you've produced your video, it's then time to promote it. So here's a number of different ways that you can promote that video. I'm not going to go through all of these now, but I'm going to be around for the next 2 days. So if anyone wants to discuss different tactics to promote that video, or if you want me to go into any more detail with these, then please come up and speak to me, and I'll be happy to let you know. I think the slides will also be available as well. And finally, if you do want the slides as well, you can go to this lovely link here, and the slide will be embedded there for you. This is randomly a picture of Lloyd and I in a bath when we're children. I'm not quite sure why I added it, but I just want to end with a quote that I've forgotten, so I'm going to look on my phone. Are you ready? This isn't my quote, I stole it. When you do not seek or need approval, you are at your most powerful. Let's do this.